Everybody. Here we go. Happy Friday, everybody. How y'all doing this Friday night? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Y'all see the title. We going ham in here this evening. We got one of the partnership in here.
Hi, guys.
Oh, look at the big bush tonight.
Yes,
We got
sir.
China over here rocking the big bush. The Shaka Khan bush is what she's rocking
Actually,
this evening
my
in
favorite
her
singer,
bush
Leela
ensemble.
James. This the Leela James hairstyle. That's one of my
Okay,
favorite singers.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, as we wait on the other half of this trio, let's see who we got in the house tonight. Who's in the house tonight? Good gracious, y'all. Okay, first one in. China was the first one in. Then we got Laura White, Stingray up in here. Yes, indeed. We giving them the business tonight. And Teatress. What's up, Teatress? Is that you, Britt Brett? Kimberly Ortiz in the building. Whoo, there go Marilyn. There go Marilyn. What it do, Marilyn? Look at that. We gonna catch our girl on something slight. Yeah. Yeah, she in there trying to beautify herself. Yeah, you in here now.
I like trying to wipe sweat.
What's going on? Karen up in the house. What's up, Karen? Willpower. Hey, Willpower. What's up, champ? How you feeling? Melrose in the building. Keisha Spady. I see you, Keisha. What's up, Jennifer? Beth Mikey. Danita Joe is in the building. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in here. Elaine B. I see you trying to creep through the side door. I saw you, though. I saw you. What's up, Chrissy Allen? Shawnee. Beautiful butterfly. Is that you? What's up, Joy Tracy? Joy Tracy over there. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Cassandra B. What's happening? Oh, my goodness. What's up, Kat? It's been a long time. Too long. K Queen, New Jersey in the house. She's shouting out the hairdo, China. She's shouting out the hairdo. We got
pretty.
the Khan joint tonight. That's Mean Joe Green, Patrice Bean in here. Patrice Bean. Yeah. I know. I get excited. It happens. What's up, Cassandra? Yeah. Callie. What's up, Callie? Go ahead, Merlin. I see you, Merlin. Just like candy. Beyond blessed. You know what's best. I'm rhyming. I don't care what y'all say. Aqua Love Gardening. What's up, Melissa? Kara Stone. Joy Tracy. Janet Cross in the building. Why can't I not see? There we go. Lady Virgo. We got Lady Virgo, Josie Furry, Tressa, just for you. That's Tressa, y'all. I see you, Josie. Yes. What's up, Melissa? Cassandra B. I don't know if I forgot you. There go Country Girl with Grit. 2.5 years after 35 years, it was tough.
Yeah.
But I'm so much better now. Yes, indeed. We going on in. You know, guys, I talk to the ladies all the time about, let's talk about more than one topic, right? But the way this thing set up in here, man, if we can get deep into the topic, it just got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
It got a mind of its own. But look here, y'all. Let me stop. Let me get my drum roll ready, because yes, indeed. Good gracious. That be talking about up in here. We got love in the building. We got people showing and expressing how they feeling. Sponsorship. Can I say thank you so much to my girl, Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn, the love was felt. Hey, Connie. Connie Barnes is just an incredible lady.
Okay.
I just appreciate, you guys that love the love, that give the love, that could keep the love going. Because, yeah, good gracious, man. Squeezing me out. They squeeze me out to play. Like, hey, man, we know you got your thing going on over here and everything, but we ain't helping. We took everything off of you because, well, anyway. Of course, we got started, and we're gonna ask the ladies, how y'all doing? How you doing this weekend, Keisha?
I'm doing good. I got like one contact, so I'm trying to see everything.
All right. How about you, China? Are you China? How you doing back there? Shaka Khan.
Amazing.
Shaka Khan.
I feel for you.
There it is. There you go. Man, oh man. So, as y'all can see, yes, indeed. Yeah, as you can see, what's up, librarian? Everybody coming in the chat late, man. Look here. Hit the like button. Show some love, man. Hit the like button. Tell somebody something wonderful this evening. Share the video. Do all that stuff you do. Y'all know what to do.
I'm trying to thank everybody and comment, but my iPad is acting slow, so I'm gonna have to take it to special ed classes tomorrow.
Yeah. That
my
internet
fingers are acting slow.
that internet be terrible. Hold up, y'all. I forgot to shout out my girl Patrice. Bing. She's also a sponsor tonight. Yes, indeed. Tonight's show brought to you by the ladies. Patrice, Marilyn, Connie. Whew. The love is felt. Tonight, y'all, tonight's session, we are going in. Yeah. We're going to talk about how long does it take to get over a narcissist. And when I say get over, I'm not talking about you can't eat and can't sleep, get over. I'm talking about, I should have added some more context to it. Because most people want to know, when do I stop thinking about this fool every single day? When does that happen? Woo.
That's like
and
that
guys,
question, like to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop.
That's exactly what the question is. That's exactly what the question is. How many licks does it take to get to the center of this thing? And guys, the beauty in this channel is that it is so organic. You get information in real time.
Yeah.
Actual information, not the textbook jargon is what we'll call it. What's up, Tanya? Hey, Teron. Not the textbook jargon. You get actual facts from people who have done exactly what they're telling you. That's exactly what this panel is. Okay? That's what it's all about. How long does it take before I stop thinking about this person every day? Can I tell y'all my story? I know I can. It's my channel. I'm about to tell y'all. Okay. So once upon a time, there was this guy. No, seriously. I think, and I'm gonna say this, guys, and I want to give you context with it, because this is what I'm going to say. Most people will tell you it's going to be years and years. Now, for me, that was the case. But they're not giving you the context. They're not telling you why it takes years and years to get over this person. Not just to get over the person, because it didn't take me years to get over the person. But I'm specifically speaking about how long does it take for you to not be thinking about that person every day? When do you get a break? So what happened to me was I was pretty excuse me. The end of the entanglement I was in, when it ended, let me close my eyes. I can see, I can visualize it better, right? So at the end, I just remember we all think about them a lot. We're thinking about them daily. We're thinking about them, just it's something that's going on every single day. And what's going on is you're questioning, what if this? What if that? You're re-examining what it was. You're re-examining the situation, and you're going back over everything with a fine-tooth comb, like a thorough investigation. And you find yourself talking to yourself, thinking, so what if I would have did this, then maybe that. And if I could have did this, then maybe that. So that type of thought, I'm just going to say that type of thought, that's something that's going to be going through your head constantly. Yes. For me, it took at least 2.5 years. I would say 2 to 3 years. And I was thinking about that situation, not necessarily the person. It wasn't robbing me of my days. For you guys who, the narc is still robbing you of your day, of your life. That, I think I dealt with that. I was going through it on the exit side of the divorce. So that was the period I was in then, while we were physically still entangled. But once it was over, once everything was, the judge, hit the mallet on there and said, hey, it's over. At that point, I would say for the next maybe about 2 to 3 years, I would say I'm going to give it up to 3 years. I'm going to give it up to 3 years that that person crossed my mind every single day. Every single day. Most days right now, and this was 5 years for me, going on 6 years for me. Most days now, that person still crosses my mind, but not in the same way. Not in the sense of any feeling being attached to anything, but more so at this point, I'm sad that guys, even though this might be noble, I'm kind of it's disappointing to say that. Sometimes, guys, y'all know that I actually hope that she's doing well. That's the kind of stuff that I think about now. I just hope she's doing well, because I know she going through. She going through, man. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna say this about me. I can't speak for everybody. I'm saying about me. You better be very careful about dealing with one of God's people. It ain't gonna end good for you. When you dealing with one of God's people and you ain't doing right, you're not gonna do good. You're not gonna do what you promised you was gonna do. And you think that there's a reward for that behavior. It is, but it ain't nothing you gonna like. So nowadays, and let me say this, it ain't just for me that I'm saying I'm hoping that she doing well. I'm hoping she doing well because I do have a child with her. And I realize that even though I have no association with the person, my son, that's still his mama. And if his mama doing bad, then he doing bad. Because he don't want his mama doing bad. So that affects me indirectly. You know, because that's still stuff that's happening to him mentally, stuff he gonna go through. And my thing is, I would just rather she do very well and I do very well so that my son can do very well. So that's the example that he sees. You know what I'm saying? Now, it took some time to get to that place. You dig? It takes some time to get to that place. But remember, everything you wishing happens to them is going to happen to you. I'm telling you. That's how life works. Everything you wishing, oh man, I hope they get this. I hope they watch and see if you don't get it. Watch and see if you don't get. Be very careful about what you wish on people.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And it's happened to everybody that I know. And that's why I just respect the situation. And, you know, when somebody's mind is made up that they're going to do what they're going to do, it's nothing you can do to change their mind.
Nothing.
It's nothing you can do to change their mind. They have already set up shop. They're going to do this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to stand in the way, get in the way and try. I'm going to hold you. Oh, no, we ain't doing this, blah, blah. No, I'm gonna let you do what you got your heart set on, you know, and I'm gonna try to stick to my word. I'm gonna stick to my word. What I said I was gonna do, I'm gonna stick to my word because that's what you're gonna be judged on. I want y'all to hear me tonight. All y'all, you ready to jump out of your relationship? You ready to jump out of your marriage? I'm telling you, you made a promise before God. You gonna do what you said, or you gonna get what you get. So if it's over, you better still do what you said you was gonna do. You said until death do us part. Okay, till this judge says that marriage is dead, I'm gonna still be this spouse to the best of my ability. Because I'm here to tell you as an example, not somebody just on the internet telling you what I think, telling you as an example. All of y'all who think that narc got away with something, you a lie. You a damn lie. Ain't no narc, ain't, because you ain't getting away with nothing. You worrying about what they getting. You ain't getting away with nothing. I'm telling y'all better stop playing with God's people. You ain't gonna get away with what you doing. You think it's funny. You think it's cute. I'm on this, I'm on that. Oh, they not gonna know what hit them. Okay. You choose the road you gonna choose. And that's why when we say, yeah, they always come back, they gotta come back. They gotta come back because life, man, if you think God playing with somebody, man, you don't want to trade places with that narc. You don't want to trade. You don't see what they going through because they master magicians.
Oh yeah,
they are master magicians. So you're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hold you. I'm telling you, when you find out what's on the other side of that curtain, when you see the pain, when you see the struggle, you hear me? When you see the pressure, the stress that lying fool is over there putting themselves through because they think it's cute to be playing games with your mind. That's just how silly they are. They think what they're doing is funny. They think it's cute. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to be that. And you ain't going to know what's going on. You don't need to know what's going on. I'm telling you what's going on. Okay. For anybody. Don't nobody that's solid play no games like that.
Nah.
Don't nobody that's solid. Don't nobody that's solid play games. They don't play games like that. And if you with somebody, then look at who is solid in the relationship. Because the one that is solid is the one that's sitting there like trying to figure out what's going on with this other person. Okay, guys, I'm here to tell you. When you wondering about how long is it going to take me to get over this? How long am I going to be going through this? I'm telling you that I don't regret one day of what I had to endure. And I realized that it is exactly what I needed to think about that every single day, because it makes me look at relationships differently. See, I have an understanding that I ain't just getting in something for the physical part. Nah. I ain't just getting in something because somebody might have some type of influence or whatever. It gotta be solid. It gotta be, man, listen, being in a marriage, it's a beautiful thing. It ain't the easiest thing when you in it for the wrong reasons. It's not.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you, just like most of us, when we got married because we wanted to be married. We wanted to have a family, and we wanted to spend our life in bliss, in happiness with the person that we married. Now, that person didn't have the same plan. Nonetheless, we both made a vow. And I'm saying I'm sticking to my vow all the way till the judge says that this relationship is dead. It is deceased. And then I have nothing else to say about it other than, hey, man, it's done. It's over. I'm happy. And I'm telling you guys, happiness, I never knew life could. And let me say this, life. Do you know what true happiness, to me anyway, in life is freedom. Freedom of not being stressed out every day. Freedom that you ain't with some liar, some thief, some perpetrator, some cheat.
Yes.
Freedom. The freedom that you get to have to think straight. Guys, when you're in a relationship entanglement with one of these people, you don't have that freedom. Every day, all day, your mind is bogged down. You're bogged down based on what this person taking you through today, man. That's your whole life. What they doing today? Oh my gosh, what is it gonna be today? What is it tomorrow? Every day you gotta wake up, man. Your blood pressure different. Your feeling, look, your body is different. Your behavior is different. You stressed out. You on edge all the time.
Yeah.
You think that you live it, and you sitting there hiding it because you don't want everybody to know how bad this thing really is. You don't want everybody to know that truth.
I'm gonna
let y'all in 1 second. I'm gonna let y'all in 1 second.
Okay.
You don't want nobody to know your truth. You want everybody to just figure it out. You want everybody to just believe this lie. And I'm telling y'all, man, I'm watching people in their 70s. You hear me? In their 70s, your mind is being taken from you because you won't leave this devil alone. You refuse. Oh, it can't be worse than being alone, is what you saying to yourself. Good God Almighty. What, just gonna take it all the way to the grave? Don't even see that was why you went to that grave early, because you couldn't leave that rattlesnake alone. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get over this mess. You're going to get over it. The thing is right now, you need that. You need that daily reminder that, hey, man, you went through this mess. Don't jump out here, free spirited and you be done jump right back in, because that's what most of us do. We jump right back into something else that's worse.
Yeah.
I digress.
So, yeah, I know your big sister gonna be honest with you, right?
You better.
I ain't never lied to y'all, but for the new people, they say best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody.
Whew, that's a lot.
Don't work for everybody, but it worked for me. So, but how I stopped thinking about this person is, I think it took me about a year. And I think me being exposed to the court procedure, really exposing this demon for who he is, and seeing him, I lost attraction for him. When you consistently see these things that they are willing to do to you in court, that will definitely make you lose attraction and love for that person. And I think that's what it was with me, because eventually I didn't even think about it till I had to look at evidence or until I had to go to court. And it's still like that to this day. In the beginning, I used to dream about this stuff, and the way they leave us is so dirty. The triangulation, the gaslighting, the lying, the dirt that they do to you on the way out. It's not just them, it's what they do. They leave an everlasting impression on your mind that makes it hard for you to stop thinking about that person. That person is attached to that trauma. So as long as you have that trauma, you're gonna think about that person. You think you're really thinking about them and missing them. You're thinking about what they did to you, how they did to you, how loyal you was to these people, and they can find themselves doing dirt to you. They hide it so well within the relationship, like they so noble and so honest. Like in my situation, he said he'll never cheat, he'll leave. So what he do? He get caught cheating, so he ran. Because now I'm not going to see him as this person that he was betraying himself to be. The cheater he was. So he ran because he know he wasn't going to live that down, and he couldn't deny it because he was caught red-handed. So it's what they do to you. Is what you think about. And you have to get past that, and you got to heal, because if God see that this is not even, you're not fully healed unless you take this as an experience and as a lesson. Because if you don't, you won't heal, and you're going to end up in somebody else's cycle.
And you have to really, like, the length of time that it'll take, it really depends on you and how much you're willing to deal with yourself and the roots. So you have, like, just chemistry wise, if you're away from them for about a year, your brain take a year to just reconstruct like all the chemicals in it. So it take a year for your brain to have like permanent changes or however. So you at least have to kind of have that done and kind of get rid of some of the chemicals involved in it, because you're dealing with a lot of dopamine and cortisol. But spiritually, if you do not detach, if you don't deal with the spirit of rejection, you're going through some more cycles. If you don't deal with generational curses, you're going through some more cycles. If you don't deal with that imagination, see, your soul is like multiple parts. You got imaginations, you got your consciousness, you got the subconscious, unconscious. Like, that's the thing. This is all the mind. If you don't deal with the mind spiritually, that's the devil's playground, because he used trauma to fragment your mind. And when he fragmented, what he do is he builds strongholds in there. He built like demonic memories and all of this stuff. And so you will find yourself, you know, if you don't interact with the narc or look on social media or anything like that, you might be having a good 3, 4, 5 months. Then somebody might tell you some news about them. Oh, they got married or this, that, and the other. And you might reset all over as far as the rumination, the depression, the sadness, and all of that stuff again, because that trauma that's in that mind and them imaginations, you haven't dealt with that. You haven't came out of agreement with that stuff. Like you really got to go to God, and you got to come out of agreement with unforgiveness. And it take God's help. Like it's not something that's easily done. Like, okay, I forgive them, because who knows how to forgive a criminal? Like this is like a criminal crime that has happened to you. Nobody human will know how to do that. It takes supernatural help. And it really takes going to him, asking him to help you each day, and each day you get stronger. But you have to first make up in your mind, get out of the Lululand, get out of the fantasy. Everything was a fantasy.
That's a
Even
comfortable place, Keisha.
it is, because we've been trained. This is a training that has happened
Yes.
since the womb and generations. And a fantasy, like we're gonna have this family, we're gonna do this, and it was even okay, not do anything for a marriage, marry a pastor, like all of this stuff. All of that was still fantasy, because fantasy moves ahead of patience, of God's timing. So when you move ahead of God's timing, you get yourself in a snare, a trap, and that trap, depending on where you at or how far you going with God, the devil trying to take you out. So in my case, he was just trying, he sent a master warlock deceiving as a deliverance minister. That take a lot for the devil to put together, because you can see through a lot of things. But when somebody can really have miracle working power and do this thing, even though it's familiar spirits, but it's still power, and do things, that's a vessel, that a contract, like I said, was involved with the devil. And they really, that's harder, because they do things like astral project. They do things to continuously cause torment. So as long as you're actively in the fight, whether it's court proceeding, whether it's dealing with them in dreams, or dealing with all of this stuff, you still going to be going through that whole like recovery process.
Yes.
Let
I'm
me
gonna tell you
I
real
want
quick.
to
One
say
thing
this
that I
too.
think that was so true that China said a minute ago was how when you going through the process and you see how dirty they really are, how they really trying to get you. Guys, a lot of times, man, we be so broken. We be so broken that the narc right in your face, stabbing you in your back. And you just can't wait to forgive them. And they don't even want your forgiveness.
No. See, and that's what they don't understand too. That all that stuff that they doing to you in that process, they only fixing you. They only helping you heal through what they put you through, because they letting you see them for who they are. But I want to say this too. A lot of people say that you attract these people again because you're unhealed. I disagree with that. You attract these people because of your own sin. Whatever your sin is that you out there committing, whether it's lust, whatever it is, the devil know what that sin is, and he send that person, that sin wrapped in a person's body, to you to feed that desire that you have. So you have to go to God and figure out what that sin is. Unless you live right, you're going to always run into these people. Even
But
when
I
you
mean, the
go to
world would
church.
have, at the end of the day, the world is full of those things, man. The
Oh, yeah.
world is
But
full
people,
of devils.
if
It's
they
up
don't deal
to
with
us.
the spirit spouse set it up. See,
Yeah.
that's what people, as soon as you enter into fornication, boom, you married. You got a spouse in the spirit. The more times you do it, the more rings you collect. They know exactly what you want. These are the ones in your dream doing stuff, all this stuff. They know exactly how you like it. They know when you change your mind, because they give you all of those desires, because they feel like they own you. And as soon as you marry somebody, because they feel like they're married to you, they get you together, marry you to break you up. That's what they're covenant breakers. But the spirit spouse is what was in that partner. That's who's acting out. And they did all of that. And the spirit spouse will take out the spouse. Like when a spouse suddenly gets sick, or when all of that stuff happened, that's because they got a treacherous spirit spouse that they attached to, that they haven't gotten out, or divorced. And that's a whole deliverance thing that have to happen, that God has to lead. But and people don't know about this stuff, because the church is not teaching it. Like all of this is still Marine Kingdom. It depends on generationally, if you grew up with a Jezebelic type of family, whether it 3 to 4 generations. So this go to grandma, great grandma, great grandpa, whichever one, because it can go male or female, in
Mm-hmm.
that household, that power, Jezebel, that kingdom, and it goes deeper than Jezebel. It's more Anana, Venus, aka Ishtar, same names. This kingdom feel like it owns the bloodline. So that kingdom is going to go after everybody in that kingdom that, you know, has some light, and it's going to send treacherous attacks. The other ones is going to conform into them. That's why they be very like promiscuous, or, you know, they look like a nana. If anybody ever seen that thing, I just did a video on TikTok about her. But that thing, it really, they call it the queen of heaven. That spirit, and Jezebel, those kingdoms work together, and that dictates the whole bloodline until you come out of agreement, until you renounce it. Like, I don't want to be like this. God, I want you whatever it takes. I'm done just to the desires, anything, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
However long it takes.
You
Before
can
I
see
met the
that
narc,
that's
it
what
was
it's
a
coming
year.
down to out here.
Now it's like 2. So it's like, no matter how long it takes this time, God, I'm going to be patient.
Yeah.
Hey, look here. You can we that's one of our issues, man. We be so impatient. We be so impatient. And we like, man, I'm gonna run out here and jump back on another horse.
It's not even just that, Harry-O, because when I first got into your chat and stuff, I used to see people say, oh, I'm 2 years in and all of this, and I'm like, can't wait till I get there. Because you see other people's progress, and you're like, dang, I can't wait till I say I'm 2 years.
But see, you know what? Now I'm gonna say this. It ain't nothing fun. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Let me take that back. Everybody wants a relationship, a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And we start making compromises. You be like, oh man, I met somebody and they talking right and everything is right. And everything been good. We got about 3 months in, and well, I ain't even gonna say 3 months nowadays. We got about a month in, and man, I'm ready to. I've been waiting years to go on this vacation. Let's go do something and celebrate. And then, just out of nowhere, everything just started changing. You just feel like, we just gonna go somewhere and have a nice time together. Can we do that, guys? What we don't see is that narc knows. I know you want to go over there and have a nice time and be all in the sand and have your little, you know, drink with the straws in it and the umbrellas or whatever, you know. I know. But no. You're going to get some stress. You're going to get some stress before we get to that. And now they know. And see, we keep going forward in those situations. We go forward in the situation knowing, and we going forward and we see this person is going left. We still going forward. We going this way. They going that way. Okay, guys. When you see somebody making, I'm telling you, all I can say is this. I'm not going to tell you it's easy out there because it's not. But it definitely takes discipline, because when we see people make the wrong move, we get so scared that, uh-oh. And you should be scared if you're not going to leave that person alone. You should be scared because they done went left and now you're going left. You think you walking straight, but you're going left. You're going left with them. You thought you was walking straight, because I used to think I was walking straight. Nah, I was walking left. I didn't know that I was walking left, because point blank, period, if you're still dealing with the person, you're going in the direction that they're going in. And if that direction is negative, then you're going in that same direction. Guys, when somebody is showing you that they are not a good person and you make the conscious decision to stay with them, then you're going in the same direction that they're going in. You're not going in the direction that you claim you're footed in. You're not. You're saying, but we everything is good. Everything is good. We just had some disagreements sometimes. And then you just chalk it up as that and say, you know what? I'm not even going to look at what this is because I want to go on this vacation. Or I want us to go to this event and I want to be seen this way. I'm tired of being seen that way. And I want to be seen as this way. And I'm going to stick this out. And I think this is a good person. And I'm not going to let this negativity that I feel, y'all hear that part? The negativity I feel about this person, my sense is telling me, abort this mission. Abort the mission. I'm not going to abort it. I'm going to just walk. I'm going to keep my eyes closed and I'm going to go. I don't know what they're doing, and I ain't going to ask no questions. And then we have the absolute audacity to be upset, to be crushed, to be angry, to be disappointed because we did not listen to what our own inner voice was telling us the whole time.
And we didn't listen to God. Like a lot of things that you were saying in there that we do say is like, I want to go on this vacation. I want to get married. I'm like this and that. That's all the kingdom of Satan or Lucifer. He said, I will exalt my kingdom. I will be like the Most High. So what we don't catch, and a lot of times this is like for the ones that's in church, like I'm in church, I'm not doing nothing, blah, blah, blah. How did I get in this? Idolatry. And it ain't just idolatries, it's idolatry combined with pride, religious pride. Like sometimes you can miss it because Leviathan, they in the church. Leviathan and Jezebel is in a church. Anana got all of this other stuff. Like I did a breakdown of this. I'm gonna break it all the way down. I did a breakdown, but Anana got all the stuff. So you talking like worldly ones, you talking like strippers, poles, all of that stuff. That's Anana. All of it in the church, but Jezebel is strategically placed amongst believers. And so with that, Jezebel and Leviathan and water kingdom, what happens with Leviathan, he comes and twists things. So you can go to church, you can be doing this, and then you can sit there, you'll see somebody. He strategically plot these demonic plots, and you will look twice. The demons looking with you because they know, they're going to. So they look with you like, oh, that one looked twice at this one. Let's turn him up because they got that one. Satan pimping them. So he bring them over there. He say flat things, give them some scripture. Let's do prayer. Let's do Bible study. All of that stuff, praying, all of this. They do that. And then what happened was desire was planted. And if you have not dealt with idolatry, Jezebel can only appease your senses. She don't deal with the spirit. She only can deal with your flesh. Lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, and pride of life. That's what he got Eve with. So your tummy, I'm going to feed you. Hey, babe, I'm going to do this. That's soothing to the ears. Lust of the flesh, look a certain way. And I'm not give them bodies. They serve her long enough. She going to give them a body. Look like her body because people transform into the beings. So she do that. The guys, they got one too. They get the muscles. They get all of this stuff. The enemy give them bodies. So you do all of that. And these are the ones to do. So I'm not saying everybody who got a body or who worked out, took care of themselves, it's a nana. But the ones that, are seducing and all of that, they got a power to get a body with that. So she do all that. Hey, babe, then talk real sweet to you. It's a bewitching. And Nana is over love spells. Aphrodite, that's another name for love spells. And so they can entrap, especially the man. And she's seen standing on the lion, which is the male. She's seen stepping on the male because that's how that kingdom worked. Because God made man the head, but she steps on him and keep him underfoot. That's all. Beyonce, when she got the crown, she's a nana. That's how nana works. And that's why they talk about they nana. That's homage to that deity. So the stuff go deep, but where we get in trouble is when we think, nah, this didn't happen like this, or I was doing like this. You didn't deal with rejection. You probably didn't get demons cast out. You probably didn't deal with the spirit spouse. Probably still got some pride there. you got to handle that. You got to go to God, like, whatever's in me, I want it out.
And you know what? It's not even just that. It's also desperation. Desperation will allow you to look past those things. You don't deny what you saw. You just so desperate that you're willing to settle and say it's not going to get this work. It's not going to get worse than this. And then it's prevalent in people who are up in age, who are getting up there and don't want to be alone. And they are sniffing us out, and they're trying because they know that women my age or older don't want to die alone, don't want to be alone. Yeah. They need companionship. And so they're preying on us. And that's why I tell people, just because these young dudes are at you, that's not a flex. They are looking for a mother figure. They are looking for somebody to give them milk money. I ain't got no milk money. I'm not.
I don't know. That's rejection. And I'll go back to rejection from childhood. Rejection spirits from childhood. Rejection is a personality demon. Rejection kind of forms, it works four ways. Like, you have fear rejection, you reject others, you can have self-rejection. Like, all of this stuff is still that strong stump. It's three main stumps in deliverance: rejection, rebellion, and the root of bitterness, which is unforgiveness. Those are three main strong powers. Any deliverance minister knows. If you get them three, then you can pull out a whole tree. If you get rejection, you can pull out loneliness, fear of abandonment. You can pull out a lot of other demons, because that's all on the same tree. If you get out rebellion, you can pull out anger, wrath, lust, pride of life. You can pull all of those out. Same tree. All of it is in the soil of the Antichrist spirit. It's against love. It's not love. It's fake love. But it's not what God say love is, because it's a godless tree.
Come on.
And that's the ultimate, like, end game of it all. But you have to, a person can't know unless they taught. They can't know unless they get the teaching to know. That's why people have to, like, speak up and tell the truth. But you won't know. We all got in this because we didn't know. I'm finding out stuff today that I never knew. Like,
yeah, it's always something to learn.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. When you go to the church, you know why so many demons and devils in the church?
Leadership.
Because God whooping them.
Yeah.
See, we think that that's just they hang out for no reason. They in there looking for somebody who's doing right. Well, they know that you gonna be in there, but they in there because that's what narcs do.
Yeah.
That's what narcs do after they done went out here and they done dogged somebody and dragged that person and did everything they could do to throw that person under the bus. They become a saint. Oh no, I'm reading. I'm in the church. You know, I'm getting it together. I'm this. I'm that. Man, listen. Let me tell you. They run into God. When you see a narc run to God, run to the church, just know hell is hot.
Oh yeah.
And God got that foot. Listen.
Because the pastors, it's like they did a study. It was like 90-something% of pastors had the narcissistic traits, and a large portion were actually disordered. And there are some good pastors. They probably didn't participate in the study because, you know, they get the ones that want to be for show, but they go there because it's still a system. Some of them, the ones that's operating out of these doctrines and systems, are still a system of idolatry. You go there, hey, it's pastor day, it's pastor anniversary. I got caught up in that. I'm first lady. You know how much attention you get, you know, just from like that, and they just form it. They get a license online and get a building, and boom, everybody is broken and hurt, and they want to bring you things. And that's kind of where it went to now. But there's no dunamis power. Like, God is not okay with that. Like, they're being judged on a frequent basis right now, because he got to deal with the church first, you know. So a lot of them being exposed right now, but they have set up that system of idolatry, and then people would depend more on them than they would God for their healing, for their deliverance, to understand what is God saying for tomorrow. Like, a lot of people into the prophetic. Jezebel called herself a prophetess. Like, you gotta be very careful with Jezebel, because she's assigned to the church system.
Come on.
She's there. She's always going
She's
to the
there,
pulpit or leadership. She's not taking a just a back seat. She's not gonna be in a pew. She's gonna be in leadership.
No, she gonna work her way through that church. She gonna have something to do with everybody. She gonna be in everybody's business. She know everybody's business. She knows some of y'all business better than y'all know your business.
Yeah.
Because she in everybody's face. She checking the room temperature. She dressed scantily. So
you got the male Jezebels, and you got the female Jezebels.
Same thing. They checking to see who looking.
Yeah.
And when they catch you looking, just know you are on the menu. Some people go in there, they want to be on the menu.
Yeah.
Okay? But when you go in a church, man, I'm telling you, that narc, when you see the narc run into church, they run into church because, well, hell is hot. Hell is hot, and they feel that pressure. Guys, we be thinking like, man, they just sitting all day in the seance and they, somewhere with a gargoyle and they just trying to figure out how they going to do something to somebody. No, that's not how they spend their days. That's not how they spend their days. We be thinking because they do evil things that they're exempt from feeling torture.
Yeah.
You a lie. See, that's where we get it wrong. See, we listening to this mess about narcs don't have feelings. You a lie. If you think that God let them just be out here without feelings, you a lie.
Exactly.
Because they get the feel, and guys, see, the way our feelings are, they just don't work the same as theirs. That's all. And they don't work the same as their feelings because we're looking for something different out of the relationship just completely. We looking for one thing, they're looking for something totally different. And what they're looking for, just know this. Instead of worrying about what they're looking for to try to be it, okay? Because you ain't it. You ain't never gonna be it. And that old saying, you ain't never gonna be nothing because I wasn't nothing. Listen,
daddy ain't nothing.
There you go. I knew I was not the sought after person. Okay, I knew that I accept, and I'm happy that I was good. God, boy, because I would still be in it if I was. Guys, these people, we so busy trying to be their first pick, you're not. You're not even their eighth pick. You just somebody. Okay? You just somebody. That's all.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to be everything you can for them, learn how to be something for you. Stop looking at this situation like, hey man, I met this person, they in the church. I'm telling y'all, man, you go in that church, you can meet a quality person in the church though. You can. But guys, listen, it's just like a quality job. Yeah, you've heard the resume, you've heard the stories. Oh man, that company, they pay good, they been good benefits package, but you don't know how good it is until you've been there for a while. Because they're not telling you about the craziness that you got to go through, the stress that you got to live with while you in there. They don't tell you about all the problems and the downside. They just tell you, oh, nah, man, the money good, the benefits good, this, that. They're not telling you the whole picture. I'm telling you that when you're dealing with one of these people and you see that they done ran into the church and this person in the church, but they the worst devil I ever met. The way they got to that church was because God was whooping their head so bad. They was getting whooped so bad they couldn't think straight. They couldn't talk straight. They hit rock bottom. See, God know how to take everything from you.
Yeah.
We have this thought that because we go out here and do to them what they did to us, that somehow we paid them back. You ain't did nothing to them. They laughing. They like, okay, well, you done did you done did it, I done did it. And then they gonna say you did it first. That's why I was doing it.
Yeah, that tit for tat, they do that well, and they will do it longer than you, and it will never end.
No.
It will
That's
never
the
end.
plan.
That's the plan of the enemy, to make more vessels. Like these narcissists, they're not even, to try to rationalize what they think about with a human brain is very difficult, because it's not even sanity. They are in delulu permanently. Whatever they loop is, Satan might have them chasing. They always chasing worship, okay? Because God, they want you to worship them. They work for Satan. That's their daddy. They pimp. Satan wants your worship. So that's the vessel he used. Each demon get your worship. And that's ultimate end game for them. So wherever he got them posted up on a block, in a pulpit, somewhere where he's going to get worship from people, whether it's church people, whether it's street people, he got a vessel that he cultivated, and that he wants to get as many souls trapped as possible with this vessel before he destroys them, because he's destroying them too. And they might check in and check out. It's like possession, like Emily Rose, demonic possession. And every now and then they might come with it, but then that demon will take over. And that's when the eyes change, because that demon wants to feel the torture and torment through their body.
Oh, yes.
They got superpower demons. Like demons is part of them. So this is not nothing dealing with a narcissist is going to be safe nor sane. They in the business, they only talk about, oh, I think I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. I'm trying to get my wife's mother-in-law out the nursing home so they can do this for me. That they scheming. It's like they always got a scheme. And the type of person that they want, I pray that you would never do that, but you cannot degrade yourself to be inhumane enough for them to be able to want to have you there 100%, because they're going to want you taking cases. They're going to want you to be grimy. They want to be the light. They look at you like out of the hood or whatever. That's what we say. Like they bougie out the hood or whatever. They want to be that, but they want to be that in the hood, in the dirty water. And they want the unclean people, like the ones that they feel are unclean to them, because they feel like people are beneath them. They want them to worship the narc as if the narc was you.
And they love to corrupt good people like us. That is a big plus for them. Ooh. And I want to say too, the reason people run to church, they run to church because it's easier for us to believe them when they say amen versus them taking a pill for their condition. So if they can get involved in the church, then we'll fall for it quicker than we would with a therapy session, because we feel like they need to go more. But all they need to do is step a foot in church, and we're going to fall for everything that they say.
Say that.
And that's why, I wanted to touch on what you said too, Harriet. If you look in the Black churches, all the Black pastors always got some story where they was a crackhead, where they was a pimp, and they landed on God's doorstep. Sometimes God don't lead them there. The devil do, because that's his way in. That's the only way to affect the church, is to be the head of the church, not the congregation. The head of the church can corrupt the congregation. The devil knows the Bible back and forth. And that's why I don't understand why people would not believe that there are demons in the church. That's why people gossip. That's why people always have their favorites. Even in churches, they have their groups. They have their in groups, and they have their scapegoat. They have it all in the church. I've seen it all. That's why I veered away from the church, because it was like me and my family was the scapegoat for that church, and I had to dismiss myself from that.
Deliverance is the children's bread. So demons getting cast out of people that's non-believers, that ain't happening. Like if they go and somebody do that, they're an ill-trained deliverance minister. And we do have a lot of those. My ex is that, like, he'll come and they do it because they want to see the manifestation. They want to see demons throw somebody's body around. That right there, God, he gonna deal with that, because God said, do not do that. But a narcissistic person does everything that God say don't do. If God say, stay married, they getting a divorce. If God say don't curse, they cursing like a sailor. If God say, don't smoke, drink, or whatever, or don't lie or steal, don't do all that. They doing the lying, stealing, smoking, drinking in the pulpit. They gonna do everything that God say don't do. And that's how you would know if it's a narcissist or not. If they trying to come to your house, if they trying to say, well, it don't matter, like we can do this, or let's just kiss, or let's just do that. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Throw all the penalty flags in. Because that's what you're dealing with, is a narcissistic religious plot that was sent there by the devil to destroy as many souls as possible. Because that's all they're gonna bring is destruction. It's never good. And they really go ahead.
Go ahead, Keisha. I'm so sorry.
I was touching on the crack thing because we do get deceived. Like I really got deceived. I can admit that I had like the religious pride, rejection, loneliness, and all that. Because they can crack. He was saying Jesus, do all that, but I ignore. Okay, you was on drugs for like 20 years. Well, you saying Jesus now. Okay, you don't have no teeth. You homeless. All of these flags was like, in my face. And I'm like, well, God, anything possible, because we have this false fantasy hope. Well, God, you can deliver anyone, and well, God, I see that he's trying, and we can't judge. We say all those cliches, but no, we need to judge the ones that's coming to the church. You don't judge the people that's not in church, but the ones that's in church claiming to be a leader, you better discern spirits.
Oh yeah,
that's false education, because we gotta discern and see if the devil in there.
I want to touch on this too. Can we talk about self-sabotage? Because we do that too. And how we do that is we are impatient. Sometimes we are so focused on the goal that we look too far ahead. And that's the devil's job, is to make us look too far ahead or look back. And when you look too far ahead, focus on the goals, you miss the traps set in between that the devil have, because you're too busy wanting to get to that healing that you don't see these minefields that this devil have set. It's a process. And you're going to have to jump through hoops. You're going to have to jump through setbacks. You're not going to just get there. Think about when you walk it. What do? You take one step at a time, but you're watching your steps. But when you focus on that goal, you have tunnel vision, and you're not focusing on taking step by step. You just trying to get to the process and be done, but that's not how it works. We sabotage ourselves sometimes because we see the goal and not the process.
There you go. We watching out for the stuff that don't even really, that ain't the whole situation. We looking at how you gonna get to the finish line, or we not even looking at how you gonna get there. We looking at the finish line.
Yeah.
We're not looking at the training that you got to put in to be the first one across that finish line.
Yeah.
We just looking at the reward without looking at the work. And when you find yourself always in something, always getting in something that always go left, just have that understanding that you having a conversation with somebody and, you negotiating with yourself. You sitting there saying, okay, this person ain't everything that I want, but I ain't going to be too picky. But, now you're doing stuff that it's not even about being too picky. It's
right.
Okay, I know I'm not into drugs and alcohol, but, maybe it's cool if they do that. And I know I'm not cool with, going out to the clubs and everything every night and, going into these other situations where people in relationships don't usually frequent, but I'm gonna look the other way because I don't want to seem as I'm being too uptight.
Yeah.
And when you can't be who you really are with somebody, that ain't the one. Man, listen, when somebody is for you, you know it.
Yeah.
When you guessing, they're not. When you second guessing, that person is not for you. Right. And we're not getting that part. We just like, hey, I see what I want to see. I'm trying to get there. And then we get to the question of the night. How long does it take to get over this person? How long does it take for me to get to this place? And like I said, like we were saying earlier, you know, that guys, once it makes it so much easier when you see that person, the day you see that person for who they truly are, that's going to be a game changer for people who are just getting out of it. The day you truly see how cruddy they are, the day that you really willing to admit, when you see people get into a situation where they get into a divorce and nobody knows why y'all getting divorced? That don't even make sense. You know, y'all might have some little petty little problems, but you don't get to divorce with petty problems. Who moved the salt shaker?
Yeah.
You ain't getting divorced because of that. When somebody says divorce, they just not telling you their business, but that person been living through absolute hell.
Oh yeah.
You don't go get a divorce unless you in hell. Everybody want to try to sugarcoat like it might. That ain't what it is. That's what it is. They just don't want to say what it is. When you getting a divorce, don't nobody know why y'all doing what's going on. Why is it this? Why is it that? Because it's hell inside of their house. Them people walking through a house and can't stand each other because they never imagined that the person that they love like that could end up being a worst nightmare.
Yeah. Then you got to get out the mindset of Jazzy. Like, I mean, it's this thing, generation, like growing up with a family, like mom, grandma, like, I mean, there's so many people like that you love, like my grandmother minister, but I mean, she was in adultery for like 13 years. Like there was it's a lot of secrets, but it's a lot of Jezebelic things. And then you in a culture of that spirit, like everybody going to church, you know, everybody praying. But I mean, just before a few years ago, like I was dressing, had boobs out, you know, all this stuff. And I would go to church, like I would be with somebody, have a live in or whatever, do, then go to church the next day, like, okay, God, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have did that. Constantly, like chronic, constant backsliding, repenting. And I would be crying, but then I would start prophesying and, you know, the gifts would be there. I'm like, I'm fine. And couldn't nobody tell me any different because I knew the word. I knew this. I felt like I knew more than, you know, what they would probably tell me. I didn't feel like I was dealing with rejection on no level because I felt like I handled that because I was, you know, casting out demons for a long time, but I was wrong. And after this divorce, because I felt like this time I waited to get married first before I did anything, and I still got deceived. That's when I had to sit down with myself and humble myself and like, all right, God, I need a whole restart and just figure out what the heck is going on. And that's when I realized, like, it wasn't just the narcissist, it's the family too. It's what I'm used to, like going over there, everybody dressing a certain way, everybody talking a certain talk. A lot of them still not, you know, in church, but sin is promoted there. I just put it like that. And it's like when you in an environment where that's your culture, it's hard to completely change your mindset. Like I had to get to a point, all right, God, I'm gonna just quit doing this, or I'm not gonna do this, or I'm not gonna wear this, or I'm not gonna do that. Because it's like for me, it took all of that because I kept getting deceived in church. And for everybody, it may not take all that. Everybody process is different. Some people go to church for the first 1, 2, 3 times and they just change and got a heart for God. I was chronically going to church and chronically still sinning, doing Jezebelic things. And I didn't even realize it. I felt like I was like a loving person. But yeah. I mean, I would blow a car up. Like it was like that stuff was still in me.
Like, I love you, but I'm telling you, if I catch you in that car, I'm gonna beat that car.
Trying to tell you.
I was like, why you gonna smoke? You know,
head back to them windows. You gonna think I was crazy? I'm telling you.
I've done all of it. I busted out windows and sat there and waited for the cop car with the first husband because he was in the hotel with somebody. And it was just like, it was normal. Like we still got back together. We just fought. I sliced his face. We fought. But that was not, you know,
no big deal. You know, I just got my ray. I pull out my switchblade.
So I can't be convicted of a crime twice. So
could y'all imagine Keisha out there fighting somebody? Right. You got to pull a switchblade out.
She used to have her
walk up there, got her pocketbook.
A girl fight in the car.
Got her pocketbook. pull a big butcher knife out of the pocketbook. Talking about, what you not gonna do? You not gonna be playing with me, man. I'm telling you, man.
You know what? I want to say this to the people who are fresh out of this. I want to say this before I forget, because I wish I had this attitude first getting out, but I never approached that lady because she was not, but anywho, I just want to say the call is coming from inside the house, but we want to blame the other woman, whether she knew or not. He opened that door. She opened that door. That other person is irrelevant. The call came from inside the house. That's who you deal with. Because the minute you try to deal with that other person, they're not going to give you no clarity either. They're going to give you more problems on top of what you have. Deal with what's in front of you and let God deal with that other person. Because I've never known the other woman to ever want to give you closure for something that they did to you.
Ooh, y'all, listen, ladies, did y'all hear that? The other woman ain't gonna give you closure. She gonna do things to make sure you don't get closure.
Yes.
Okay? She gonna always be there, be that nuisance, be that thorn in the side. Man, listen. We could do an entire show on that topic right there, because it's a little different. The way ladies do things, it's a little different. Y'all will have the other woman just in Delulu all day, every single day. Well, hold up. Well, and then be lying. Man, be lying, be trying to act like it's so incredible, something really big going on, and y'all so tight and lying. I mean, living a total fraud. But as long as that other woman believes the lie, man, a woman will perform and keep on performing. And guys, it don't even be about their relationship at this point. It's more so about she looking at you like you the one in the pain. She not in pain right now. And she not in pain, not based on she ain't getting treated right, because she not getting treated right. When she performing for you, that's a sign. That's her telling you, this fool got me over here going through it. He got me going through it. And now I see I got you going through it. I got you going through. Look at you. You watching every move I make. You trying to figure out what we doing, where we at. Is somebody pregnant? Is we getting married? Is it this? Is it that? And they will run you raggedy. Yeah. That's something that I see with a lot of women. Man, run another woman raggedy. Will sit there and knowing that she out there with that woman's husband or that woman's ex.
Yeah.
And she trying to make it seem like it's the world. And oh my goodness, some new doors done open up on this brand new world. And we just the most exciting couple in the world. And we so happy. I've never been happy. Man, they will be on a social media. I can't believe that I'm just this happy.
Right.
Just making up stuff.
Yeah.
And they thinking about you. When they making this stuff up, they thinking about you because they know you watching. One thing about y'all, ladies, I'm going to tell you one thing about y'all. Y'all watching. Y'all watching what's going on over there.
I didn't.
And then, that's why you ain't, and that's the reason why you're not still attached. That's the reason why you was able to just walk away, and it looks so easy.
I listened to
Guys,
everything
when you
you
can't
said,
cut that cord, man, when you cannot cut that cord, you are keeping yourself in hell.
Yeah.
When you can't cut that cord, when you can't stop and say, ho, I gotta disconnect from this situation. man, and y'all gotta look at their social media, and you reading through every little picture, every little story they put up. You trying to interpret what that means. You ain't getting over
That's
that
just
person.
self-abuse at that point.
It's
When you get out of the
self-inflicted.
Lulu, you got to really realize reality. I mean, the reality is
But
it's
you
a
know what, Keisha?
competition. You got to get out of competition, and you
Keisha,
got to realize you don't want this person. Like you
but,
don't
but
want
Keisha,
somebody.
we not at that point. You're not living in reality. What we don't believe reality at that point. We see it and we don't believe that this. We don't believe it. We don't believe that they really not happy over there.
You gotta not care if they
be
happy.
I listen, I've talked to several, not one or two. I've talked to several women. I've talked to hundreds of women. Listen, that would swear, that would put their life on the line. They would put their life on the line that their ex was somewhere with somebody else and they happy. And they know that they had. I know. I saw it. I saw what I saw. And lying. Yeah. I mean, like, what you see? What you see?
I was one of
them.
They was. I sure was.
And Keisha, I wasn't even thinking about yours. I'm thinking about some other people.
I was like, but
man, we listen, Linda. We will sit here, man, ladies, y'all will think that this other woman got one up on you. You will be sitting there thinking, man, she had something that he can't live without. What did she do that I didn't do? Do she kiss him a different way than I do? Did she talk to him? Did she touch him? What does she do? And then y'all get fascinated with what this other woman doing that I didn't do. Because you got to know. I'm about to tell y'all. So y'all can stop, man. I'm about to tell y'all I want to free you tonight so you can stop. Ladies, what the other woman is doing is the same thing you did. She trying to love the narc. Guess what? I know that wasn't the answer y'all wanted, but it's the real answer. She trying to do what you did. You know what you was trying to, you remember what you was trying to do? You was trying to love that person and show that person how much you could love them. And they done messed around and tried to do the same thing. And that's why they over there getting the same thing you was getting.
Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
Go ahead. Tap it.
I'm going to give y'all the flip side of that. Because sometimes that other person will post all of that stuff because they cunning your partner. Sometimes they want that person because they want your life. They want that money. That person went to work saying everything they do for you, how lazy you are, and they pay all the bills, and that person looking like, oh yeah, because that's what happened in this situation. She wanted that money. She like, oh yeah, you gonna come over here and do this. I'm gonna do everything you want me to do in the beginning. I'm gonna post, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna antagonize her. They do all that stuff for their selfish reasons too, because they know they conning that person, that they finna get something out of that person. They run into other narcissists too now. And that's why they get it way worse. Sometimes that other person ain't over there getting it. Your ex-person is the one who's getting it. Because I don't know who getting it on that side. Every time I seen them at court, they both look run down. So I don't know what the hell going on over there. But I only been seeing him lately, and he looked like he sleep on the railroad track. So
and let me jump in there on that part. Because we swear, ladies, y'all swear that dude acting right for her. And you know he ain't act right for you. But you think somewhere in your mind he done straightened out. She figured him out. Man, she done figured that joker out.
Nope.
She figured out what he liked the most, how he like his toenails clipped, and he done feel she done figured out how he this and how he. No, she has not figured him out. She doing the same thing you was doing. She trying to love that fool unconditionally. And guess what? If it's one thing that piss a narc off, if it's one thing that grinds their gears, if you ever around a narcissist talking all that love jive to them, all that I love you, baby, I'll do anything for you, baby, you gonna pay.
Oh yeah.
You gonna pay for that.
Oh yeah.
And that's what the other person thinking. They thinking, nah, I'm a because the narc telling them, listen, what do y'all think the narc gave the new person a different assignment? You think they just came in? Look, baby. Look here. Let me tell you what it is. All right. I ain't with this old relationship stuff long term. I'm gonna dog you out after a little bit. I'm gonna play nice with you for a little, just for a minute. Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna dog you beyond anything you ever been dogged. You ain't never met a grimy joker like me.
Yeah.
I'm a dog drag you. And then when I see you can't take no more, I'm gonna turn it up on you. But please understand, you ain't the only one that's gonna be getting dogged if I can help it. You think how many of y'all would deal with somebody like that if they told you that when y'all met?
You done with a whole different scene too, because the witches is on the scene now. It's like witchcraft has took a rise in America, and so when they like do all of that witchcraft stuff, they got a whole kingdom about to take that person out. So it's not like you want to always think, you want to get in reality. One, you don't want a liar, a cheater, a thief, and all of that. That's why they be like, I stole your heart, because they a thief. They all thieves and liars and cheaters. Anybody that lie and cheat and steal and all of that, they got a curse in their house. That's in the Bible. So when they that way, they're living a cursed life. When they in your life, those curses come to you. It goes to that new supply. That exchange happens. And if both of them got the curses, that's just catastrophe. My first husband, catastrophe. Everything terrible happens in his life. That's been happening since I departed that life. And so they it's nothing good. It's just constant. Cars broke down. Everybody car that park over there is broke down now in the lot, or in the his yard is a lot now. Every broke down car there. You know, it's like broke down cars, accidents, people getting sick, them looking sickly. Like anytime people see me and they say they seen the ex-husband or the girl, they're like, they just don't look well. You know, it's like, that's the comment. Oh, I seen them. What's wrong? Like, they don't look well. That's what's going on with them. Because when you, the host, you leave and you take your piece with you, like I said, you wipe that piece out. Like you take that piece when they don't want you and stuff. That piece of God go with you when you get out of the Lululand. And once that go, they get what they get. And you pray for them, because it's not good. Like the news is not good that they be having. But it's not somebody we want. Like we have to get to that reality right now. Do I want a liar, a cheater? Do I want somebody that ran up in somebody else, another person? They already probably been with about 1,000, even though they told you 10. It's probably 1,000 plus. You know, and they already got everything that they didn't got out there and caught all them diseases. Now they with somebody else and they getting all they diseases because that person willing to mess with somebody that's in a relationship or married. That's a trifling person. So now you about to deal with somebody that went with a trifling person. You can't do that. You gotta get to reality and write these things down. I don't want a trifling person. I don't want somebody that's a liar, cheater, thief that's gonna steal your money, not paying bills. They not sitting over there and putting this new supply in a life of luxury. Because a lot of times they had to run out of your house. So they gonna come to them brokered in a joke and just sit up there. The new supply thing, he or she, all right, I'm gonna just get them together and then they gonna be bossed up and all of that. That ain't how that works. After you The demons, that goes down. They failed an
Because that
assignment.
other
They didn't
person
destroy you.
cannot maintain what you built. We built that money. We built that situation.
Yeah.
All that person is thinking is taken. They not thinking about building on top of what you built. They thinking about taking what you have. That's their only goal. They cannot maintain. They want your life, but they can't maintain it. And that's why when that other person is done draining your eggs dry, they're going to kick them to the curb and go find somebody else. So if they stay in a situation, that's because they codependent and they rely on that person emotionally. Y'all think they be over there happy? No. They depend on each other emotionally, and that's why these people still stay in these situations for a long time, because they emotionally depend on each other and they emotionally weak. And the weaker one is the one that's going to dominate. And another thing, that person is not better than you that they ran to. That person is willing to take them for who they are. And that's why they ran to that person. That person know that they are dirty. They know that they are a liar. They know that they are a cheater. And this person looking at you like, why should I sit over here in accountability when this person is saying, I know who you are. Come on. And that's exactly where they're running to. Like I said, they don't run to better. They run to agreeable.
And desperate. Like the green card. Man went to one that's younger than a daughter. Like you got one more step under that. That goes into, they'll mess with children. Because if they mess with somebody younger than their child, they'll mess with a child. And these are very perverted people, but a green card is involved. They want someone that can permanently be their slave, that they can have dominance and control over, that's not going to go anywhere because they got a legality hold. And then they want to do everything they want to do. They want to mess with the men, the women, the trainees, all of that. That's what they into. They into all the unclean things. A lot of them do be on the down low. Or they mess with the trends. Or they do all of this stuff. But they're not. One thing they're not is faithful. Yeah, we all know that. They didn't just. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And they run, and a lot of people, I wanted to say this. I'm sorry, Keisha.
It's okay.
That a lot of people, they got married. Oh, they had a baby and they 60 years old and got married. That's somebody they about to groom to take care of them to wipe their butt. See, because when they ran from your family and they go over to have another baby somewhere else, they look at like, I just messed up those kids over there. Them kids ain't gonna want nothing to do with me. Gotta start over. I'm gonna need somebody to be there when I need my butt wiped. They not dependent on us to do it no more because this information is out there. And so now they're having these babies because they're gonna groom these kids. They're gonna torture these kids. They're gonna abuse these kids and keep them under their thumb and train them to take care of them when they get older to clean their butt because they know we're not doing it no more. And I know this is true for the men because I see this. And that's what they're doing right now. So don't get mad because they had another baby. Feel sorry for that child because that child about to go through worse than anything your child could have ever gone through. And if you don't have a child by them, be grateful because this kid is finna get it. And they torture step kids too. They will favor their child over a stepchild, but if that stepchild ain't going there, torture their child too.
That's what caused the split. CPS, you're gonna always have that child protective service because they want to push your buttons. And if you get to the point where you listen to the hogmash, like, well, I'm just gonna respond and not react. I'm just gonna do these things. I'm a gray rock. Okay, you gonna gray rock, they gonna go for your children. They gonna get a reaction out of you some way or another. Once they go for the children, you're gonna have to make a decision. Who do I love? Do I love my child more than I love this demonic idol? Because that man, that person, male, female, whichever one, because the female do it too, they're demonized. They will never be what you want. If you have a situation where you're in a hospital and you have to make an end of life decision, or if you want them to try to rescue you, they're going to pull the plug. I've seen it done many times. They're trying to get you out of here. If anything, they figure I'm going to get a life insurance policy on this person, and then I'll be able to have some money and live my lifestyle once they're done. If you look at the news, it has happened so many times. Like I looked at the statistics. It's in the thousands and thousands, just like in months. How many people get rid of that other person, you know, just for the money? Somebody they thought they loved, they was married to, they had children. Narc's not thinking about that. They can hang in there for about 5, 6, 7. They can do 20 years. But if they got $1 million life insurance policy on you, you done.
They hanging out. They say, I'm gonna stick around for a little while because at some point we can get some of this money.
Right.
Yeah, they thought they were coming for mine in the divorce. I was worth $500,000. I knew once that was all over, I let that insurance go. You ain't getting a dime of this. I ain't cashing out on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. You get nothing. Nothing. Man, we don't even think on that level, man.
Like, what am I signing? They have a whole file of papers. I need your signature here, and here.
We just don't think like that. They really think on that level of how they gonna get something from. Everything in their life is about how they gonna get. That's it.
Yeah.
Remember that. That's always gonna be a narc. Everything in their life is all about what I can get out of this. Yeah. It's never gonna be what they can give, what they can do for. That's never been their course. Their course is, hey, I'm gonna get this from y'all. I'm gonna get this, and it ain't nothing you can do.
Right.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Takers, like that movie, they takers, givers, and it's so crazy because my mom was the one that used to tell me, you know, it's just 4 types of people: givers and takers, doers and sayers. And I'm like, man, you're the taker. You take me up top like the tag.
Right.
Right. It was right. Givers and takers.
Oh,
and they
my
just
goodness.
Takers. What can I get from my interaction with you? And that's it, whether it's parent-child, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, me interacting with you, I got to see what can I get? Because my time is whatever they think it is, and they grandiose the Lulu.
And you know what? That's why I don't call them narcissists anymore. I'm going to start calling them atheists, because the two things that they hate is God and love. Mm-hmm. And they are definitely atheists. That's what I'm going to start calling them. I'm not calling them narcissists no more.
Ooh, I like that.
Give them their daddy name.
I like that.
That's them.
You know what? One of the reasons that I like that is because that's something that I was talking about. That's something that I debated an atheist about. When the first part of the conversation was they had a question on their page. It was when I was talking about the TikTok thing. That was the question that they asked. You know, what could a person who doesn't believe in God not have that a person who does believe in God has? And I said, well, you can't love. You can't stand on truth. You can't. Mm-mm. Guys, they were totally stuck because they waiting for you to say something financial that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Anybody can have finance.
Right.
Not everybody can love. Not everybody can walk with God. Nah, man. Nah. Some of us, some among us, they don't believe. They were tricked. They chose to follow the wrong way. That's why God gives us a free will, man. That's why we all have free will to do what we want. I be seeing so many different things, and it opened my eyes now, because they try to convince you with these statements like, well, why does God allow, kids to be hungry, and why does God allow this, and why does God allow that? God allows everybody to be free. Because if he had to control them, then he would have to control us all, right? God is allowing all of us to pick a side. Mm-hmm. He don't owe you nothing, man. I remember going through those phases where you be like, man, so much stuff happened to you in your life. You be questioning, is God real? Yeah. And then you be like, man, God, you're going to send me a sign. You're going to have to send me a sign, man, because I ain't telling nobody about this bull. Nah, man, I ain't doing that. Yeah. God don't owe you nothing. God gave you life, limbs, everything.
And
everything
the
you
Bible.
got.
Everything is in the Bible. You just got to read it.
He gave us everything that you dream of, that you think of. Everything that we make out here is made out of something God created. So the thing that I say to all devils, because that's all I was calling them for a while, man, just you're dealing with a devil. The thing that I'm going to always say, I'm going to always question these devils. I'm always going to question their authority because they don't have any. Their truthfulness. They can't tell the truth. See, what we think is, no, anybody can tell the truth. They can't tell the truth because they don't stand on any righteous principle.
They tell it when it's to hurt you.
Huh?
They'll tell it to hurt you. They'll tell you how they feel about you. That's the truth they'll tell you.
Even when they telling you how they really feel about you, they still lying. They ain't ever gonna tell you a real truth. Remember, the only way you can actually do something like that is if it's in you. We just assume. It gotta be. Now they told me they don't like me. They told me they hate me. They told me they blah blah blah. But they ain't tell you who they really are. They ain't tell you who they really. They told you some stuff that they knew would hurt you in the first place. I ain't never loved you. No way. You ain't never been nothing to me. You some garbage. I used you.
Yeah.
Well, what's truthful about that? You lied to me, tricked me into something with you. You didn't say that. You didn't say, look, I lied to you. I tricked you into this relationship. I knew you was a good person and I tricked you. Look at you. You went for it. I knew from the beginning I was a dirty, no good liar. They're not going to tell you that. I know I ain't never told the truth to nobody. I know that every one of my relationships end in pandemonium. They're not telling you that. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to admit a real truth to you. If they was admit, this would have sounded like if they was admitting the truth. I always been some garbage, not just dirty. I always been some trash. I'm the lowest level in the universe. I am the opposite of everything good. I am your worst nightmare. I am a hex on you. That's if they admitted the truth. That's the conversation that they would have to have with you. That nothing that you could do, nothing that you could do could turn me around. I am unsavable.
And they can have that conversation with you because some of them will. They can't have it with their flying monkeys, and they definitely can't have it with the little witch mama they be having, because that's who that image was created for. So just like we made in Christ's image, they made in Satan's image. And image is very important. Image is everything. That's the thing, is
everything
image.
To them.
And they will have unforgiveness. And what happens that they can't humble themselves. They can't humble themselves, and they can't forgive. Like they sit there.
Exactly. And that's my point.
Yeah, and because of that, God said, "You don't forgive, He don't forgive you." Like they are rejected, and they will not. If they came to God, be like, "I was prostituting myself out. I've done these horrible things. I'm a horrible person. Did all of this stuff," and they can say it to everybody, the flying monkeys and everything. God will meet them where they at. They can't do it because of pride. They rather turn to God. Like that Bible, I rather believe this. That's y'all stuff. Blah blah blah. They rather do that than to say they have to give up some things, that they self-medicating with all the drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
That they got this pain, that they really are not who they perceive to be.
They cannot do what they cannot do.
Let me say this real quick. The reason I say that they can tell you the truth when they tell you how they feel, because this man literally told me, I hate you. And it came from his intestines, not only because I smelt it on his breath.
That was the
But see, kind of. Let me say
He
this.
said, I hate you.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Yeah.
A liar, a thief. That's all they know. They know how to hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
His job was he just want to hurt you to the level that would make your knees buckle because he couldn't figure out anything else he could do. He done ran all his other games on you. So now we assume, oh, now here go the truth. The one thing I learned, even in the breakup, I remember that end part. I remember that last conversation. That narc told me, I used you. I've been dogging you for years.
Yeah.
Because they want you to think that ain't did it. And I ain't saying that it wasn't completely true. It wasn't. But it wasn't completely true. Because you can't dog me for years. You know why? Because don't nobody want you, your tired, sorry behind like that. And we just have this assumption that no, they got access. No, they do not. They're not just sitting there telling you that for nothing. They're telling you that because that's their way of saying that now I got you now. That's going to stick you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ain't going to be able to sleep now that I done told you how much I hate your guts. They know that I was not, that was him saying I wasn't able to break you. And now I'm desperate. Now I'm ready. I will say anything. I will say anything to you because I want to break you. And I can't do it because these words are too weak. I underestimated you. I thought I had you. I thought you was a toy. I thought you was a toy and I was playing with you. At least that's the game. That's what I'm going to tell you. The reality is, guys, these fools was in a relationship with you the best way they know how to be. Okay?
Yeah.
They was they were doing the best that they absolutely could. They trifling. You just don't believe. The thing is, we just don't believe that how trifling they are. You bought a pig in the house and you mad because your house smelled like a pig pen. What you think it was going to smell like? Because you washed the pig? It's a pig. It stink like a pig. It's eating everything nasty in the house. And it's coming right through their pores. And your house going to smell like diarrhea. You keep a pig in your house. And that's what you got with the narc. They doing the best they can. They doing the best they can. And the assignment is to break you. They're not going to let you walk away from a relationship and entanglement with them. And you just go off and you happy and we going to sing Kumbaya later. We get back together another day. No. A narcissist, man, they better not come off that job and they didn't try to break you with everything they had. That's desperation. I hate you. I used you. You ugly. Don't nobody want you. Well, what you been doing right here for 20 years? Blocking everything you see walking near me. Their assignment is to destroy your mind. And they see that you starting to stand up. And if you stand up too well, you stand up too strong, I ain't going to be able to get you. I'm not going to be able to get you down. And that's how hard it's going to be if you walk away from this and you strong. That's how hard it's going to be for me to have to try to come back and get in.
Yeah.
Listen, they are designed. Listen, everybody in here, you got a choice. You either going to live by truth or you going to live by a lie. You're not going to live by both. Life don't work like that. The truth don't work like that. Anything that you do to alter the truth, you have told a lie. And a narc ain't ever gonna tell you the truth. When they tell you they hate you, that's the narc saying, I'm trying to break you, man. I'm trying to break you. I thought you was weak. I thought you was weak. I thought I could tell you something and shatter you with just some simple words. I hate you. You ain't no good. You ugly. Don't nobody want you. And if that don't shatter you, if that don't destroy you, I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing else in the clip. I done emptied the clip on you, and you still sitting here. You still standing right here. And now I know you about to go out here and show me. You hear that part? Now you about to go out here and show me that everything I said about you is a lie. Yeah. And a narcissist, they can't live. Listen, y'all. The worst pain you ever gonna put a narc through, the worst thing, man, a narc having to sit back and watch your life come together. Good God Almighty. The worst thing a narc has to go through after trying to destroy you, is having to watch you navigate your life as if y'all never was together in the first place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They got to sit there and watch, because in their minds, they were the moon in your life. Okay? They were the moon, the stars, the sun, and you didn't get to wake up every day unless they allowed it. And when you show them, when you laugh at their weak attempts of making you out to be their test dummy, you know, ain't nobody gonna want you. And when you laugh it off and just keep moving in life, that narc got to sit there and take that. They got to sit back. See, we just sitting here thinking to ourselves, well, nah, if they really wanted me, they could just act right and come on over here and we could live together in happiness, right? You're not going to ever in this life, ever, never, ever, never. You're not in this life ever going to. I said ever. Did y'all hear me say ever? You're not in this life going to ever see a narcissist live good.
No.
You're not. Everything you see is a total fraud.
Yeah.
Everything you see is under destruction, not under construction. Under destruction. There is a time limit. You see that? Oh man, not driving a new Bentley. It's a time limit on that. Okay. They driving it till that joker gets snatched, and it ain't far away. We be sitting here thinking, nah, man, they rich. They done did it. No, people.
Yeah.
See, that's what we get caught up in. We be believing they gonna maintain it. They gonna do the right thing. They life, man, they just blessed. God, why is God blessing them and not blessing me? God put them out there and gave the narc things. The narc, listen, God allowed the narc to have things so that the narc could show you what it would really be like if they had access to those things, what they really would do to you. Because see, guys, whether y'all want to admit it or not, that's all of us. We all want to know at the end of the day, did this person really love me? Would they really love me if we had nothing? Would they really love me if they had everything?
No.
See, that's when you really find out who the narc is.
They don't even have the brain to love. Like, it's nothing there. There's no activity.
Nothing. It is an empty room. When you walk over there and you trying to justify this person in y'all relationship and love on, or just justify their love for whoever they ran off to, and they're trying to destroy you when they leave. Oh, I look, I left for this, you know, this, look, she way better than you in everything. She cooked better, she talked better, she got more money than you, she this, that. Look here, y'all. All of that's a lie.
Yeah.
Everything they telling you is a lie. Yeah. And they got to run over there to the other fool and make them prove it. They already know this person. Man, you ain't nowhere near this level. I'm over here lying for real, because it's all about destroying you. They know what's going to play in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. They know how your mind works.
And a lot of exes that have reached out from different narcissistic relationships and marriages or engagements, they all say the same thing. Like, they be crying, oh my God, this is so terrible. Like, for some reason, somebody can be the standard. So if you're the standard, like was the primary supply, or the person that took the narc from like rags to like, you know, mediocre, then that made you the standard. That narcissist is always talking about you, always talking about all of this stuff, stalking you, stalking your life, and they're sitting there like they can't be happy. The demons are tormenting them. But if you had any type of like call on your life, or God's hand is on you, trust me, you are the one that they are looking at, and they're waiting for your life to fail, because they've spoken so many curses. Like, soon as they left, they in agreement with people. Some of them have sought witches and warlocks. Some of them have been trying to put dust around your house. They do all kind of stuff to try to make your life fail. And then they're sitting there and they mad because how come you're not defeated yet? That is their obsession. That becomes their obsession. And if they still with the same supply that they first left you with, like the first husband, that's both of their obsessions.
Yes.
And you sit there like it's decades later.
And hold on 1 second. And China, you remember he said what he said to you. He hates you. He hates your guts. And then when you see him in court, he in tears. Mm-hmm. We really gonna do this?
You really want a divorce?
You gonna really divorce me?
Yes.
All demons, pity demon, hate demon, lust demon. They full of them. They the whole legion.
Man,
they can be the best global Academy Awards. That's them.
Listen, it's all about, can I break you? That's all they want to know. What I gotta say. It's just like the story of Samson and Delilah. Mm-hmm. Samson, what do I gotta do to beat you? And that's what the narc wants to know. That's why they always trying to figure out where they gonna get you, how they can hurt you.
Yes,
it's the spirit of Delilah.
They blessing coming from the devil kingdom if they succeed. Like
that's not a blessing. Them. That was an enticement. He enticed them out of a good situation to get into a bad situation. He had to entice them with things like that. But I want to add to what y'all saying, because this just happened yesterday. So like Keisha said, both of them do have an obsession with you, because that's my situation. And I've been telling y'all about that page that she created and that she tagged all the politicians and stuff in. And yeah, the thing is, they saw all of that and never said nothing, never came to me about it or nothing. But when I went to our meeting last night, they waited for me to bring it up. And where she tried to embarrass me and make me look bad and ruin my run for office, I got all the sympathy and she got exposed for the sicko she is. So now when I attend these hearings, they are having me with the escort leaving because they said this woman is unhinged. They said she is dangerous. So she really made herself look bad. So don't worry about that smear campaign, because authentic people are going to know, because these people knew for a long time and never said anything to me about it and still let me run for this office. And the union endorsed me last night knowing this for my run for this office, because she made herself look bad. That smear campaign, the reason people can tell that it's like It's not really designed to give out facts because they can't help but spew their hatred into it.
Yeah.
And people can see that hatred is more hatred than facts. And people can see that and see through that. And that's what they saw through. And we talked about that last night. And they said, you are so brave to still run for office, knowing that this is out here and this thing is out here stalking you like this. Man. So she really exposed herself, and I'm glad she did that.
Yeah,
there you go.
They do that, and they like it's the smear campaign. That's one of the things too that kind of can delay healing if you try to defend it. How you should approach it. And I wish I would have done it sooner. But how you approach it is you figure out soon as somebody is agreeing with them, or if people stop talking to you and you know that they were affiliated with y'all, that's who you know to cut off. You don't need them in your life anyway. Forget the friends, forget the family, definitely forget their family. Forget those people that are in an alliance with them because they didn't like you anyway. They were jealous and envious of you anyway. You do not need jealous and envious people around you, especially if God be taking you to other levels all the time, because those people are dangerous. And so that's a good way to filter out who for you and who against you. And take it that way. Don't try to explain that to them when they bring some stuff and they be like, oh, such and such. I heard, okay, all right. Oh, thank you for telling me. Click, block. That's it.
You can't. But you when you get haters, you know that God chose you.
Sure.
You know you on the right side when you got haters.
Yeah.
Come on. That's why people hate. They could see your light. They could see your plan. And these people are still trying to destroy me and still watching, trying to see 3 years later how they could get in and destroy me. And it's not working. It's only elevating me. And it's giving me the boost that I need to push forward. Because eventually, this page has caught the eye of a lot of people. And I sit in meetings with sheriffs who's running for office and correctional officers that sit in these meetings too. So these people are watching this page as well. And plus the senator is the senator of the state of Illinois is the chair of our committee. And he's an attorney too. And I talked to him as well. And they're looking into things to see what they could do about this woman. And I'm glad too to say this because now it has brought attention to the fact that the courts and the police are not doing enough. And I'm going to push that. I'm going to use this to push that.
They don't. This stuff goes so unnoticed, and the justice, that's another reason we'll take the delay. The justice seems like it's not there. But us being discard, or however you want to say it, the separation from the narcissist, that's not a downside. If they went to a new supply, that's because that person is weaker spiritually. Like that person is not even prepared to deal with the devil they about to encounter. But what happened with us was mercy. Like God knew that person's heart. We made that decision. We tricked ourselves. And once you start believing one lie, when they said hello, they probably was lying. But once we believe one lie and we start believing it, that means self-deception. Only God can bring you out of self-deception. That's the Lululand. When you think, oh, no, it's not like this. Or it's like when you talk yourself out of the truth, that's self-deception. And that take a while to get brought out of because you put yourself in there. And you got to understand that and realize that God knew that person's heart was so wicked. He's saying, okay, when you going to cry out? Are you serious this time? Like my brother, I got an older brother. He used to say, when you're ready to get rid of this guy, then call us. Don't call us if y'all going to keep getting back together. But when you're ready, we just going to come over there and say it's time for you to go. That's how God is. When you're ready, he got you.
For sure.
It's done. When you cry enough and you ain't got to, you don't go to him, you be like, God, I'm just done with it. No, he know your heart. When he know your heart has had enough and he might lose you, God going to step in. Because that's what a father do. He going to step in. He going to pull you out of that situation. It's going to hurt because you didn't willingly want to leave. But he knew it'll save your life. And that's what we got to understand. It saved our life.
And guess what else? Ladies and gentlemen, when you were going through the craziness with them, that was God showing you, I'm going to let this person drag you Because what I'm going to do to this fool, it ain't going to be pretty. And I don't need you trying to come save them. When I put this torch up under this fool, I just want you to just stay away. And guys, that's the best thing that we could do. I'm telling you. Man, God ain't playing. And when you see, and you gonna see, it ain't gonna just be they suffer silently. No. It's gonna be brought to your attention at some point what this person is going through. And usually when we leave and go to the next situation, man, guys, we leave and we start working on ourselves. We start working on becoming the best person that we could be. They will not. They never do. Never have I heard somebody come into this chat and say, no, the narc just really just buckled down. No relationships, just went in quiet mode and working on themselves, and they really getting their mind together, and they're doing this and they're doing that. They never did that. Never. You've never heard a story like that. If anything, you hear a story of the narc. No, let me say this. If anything, you hear a story, and that's every story. Yeah, they already in a relationship. Every story in here, y'all broke up, the narc already with somebody. And guys, we so naive, man. Good gracious. Poor little tink. We so out of it, man, that we believe. We so far out of it, we believe that the narc met the person the day we broke up. Oh, we broke up today, and you meet this joker this afternoon. Yeah. No. And I want to say this again. I want to emphasize this for one of my people, one of my people that I coach when they go through it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just make something perfectly clear for you. Thanks, Yvette Pina. She said, Keisha, you is on fire tonight. She said, it's on fire tonight.
I shoot China there. Yeah, on fire.
Man, but listen,
I'm learning
y'all.
a lot.
Let me say this to everybody. Let me say this to everybody who can't figure out what's going wrong. Why we arguing every day? Why we always at it? Every little thing. Why this? Why that? Why we always back and forth? Because the narc trying to cheat. Because the narc is trying to cheat, and they want to cheat in peace. They want to be able to cheat and get this person and have them separated from you, because they know if they're too close to you, they're going to tell you what they're doing. Oh yeah, we was having lunch today, and I just in small talk, because that's how the mind works. Yeah. Just in small talk, they'll let something out and then try to pull it back. Mm-hmm. They gotta keep that distance from you. Yeah. Listen, when you with somebody, I'm telling everybody who listening, everybody who hear this, I said it. Prove me wrong. I bet you can't. Everybody that's starting confusion with you, they chasing behind somebody. Everybody, I said it. Everybody, you walk in that house and they just starting some stuff.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, they setting up shop somewhere. They gotta have that distance between y'all so that you don't just stumble across nothing. So that you don't figure them out, so that you ain't looking through the phone. And so now they got their reason why you can't touch their phone and you cannot touch them. You come in and, hey, baby, listen, I know. Listen, just leave me alone. No, I don't want to hear it. Listen. No, I'm going to sleep in this other room because I don't want to hear it. Because they have to be disagreeable on purpose. Okay. It's like we sit around here and we try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not giving this devil the benefit of the doubt any longer, guys. I'm not. If you go home, you go to your house and it's a bunch of drama going on in there, you'll see that they was with somebody else sooner or later. If you catch them, you'll see what it was. They ain't just mad because you left a pair of socks on the floor. Now they ready to fight. We ready to break. We ready to go see a divorce lawyer because you ain't picked your socks up. But now, what if you do that all the time? Yeah, like I said, when they start talking different, they start moving different. They're moving like that for a reason. And the reason is somebody else every time.
See, but Harriel, they do the distancing themselves when they're ready to start looking, so you can already be used to it. So once they decide they want to go pursue that person, you're already used to the distance. You're already used to the attitude. You already know they don't want to talk to you. So then when you get that argument, then you know, oh, they're just going to take a walk and then they're going to come back, which really they're just going out to be with that other person, or they getting ready to ghost you like in my situation, because he played that really good, but my intuition was on it. I knew something wasn't right and I checked. I never went through. He never had a phone. She got him one and he was hiding it. But I guess he got tired of hiding it. So I need to get me a little BS phone from Family Dollar so I can get in contact with my family. You know, I'm like, wow, you want to get a phone for that? You never, I had to call your job just to wait 15 minutes on hold to get to you because I need to rush to the hospital. You know, but he got tired of hiding that phone. And he wanted to be able to have that conversation like he was talking to his family so he could talk to her.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember that song, like Pimp Daddy, Yo Pimp Daddy. That's them. Okay, Satan is that the singer, right? Pimp Daddy, that's they pimp. So what Satan does, he pull him up, go over here, I need you over here. Pull him up, I need you to trick out over here. That's what they are. They being pimped by the devil. Like their thoughts are so disorganized. And I treat a lot of them like they literally be sitting in their face contorting because they be transforming their face. And you see hate come out. You see disappointment come out. Sadness come out. They chronically depressed. But they in a war in their minds. Like they're not even really too much in touch of reality other than the grandiosity of it all. Like I should have this, or this person did this. Like they're always trying to see how can they project their failures onto somebody else. What story can they create? But they go to these other people, they don't even have to like them. Like it's really saying, he just send them over there. Sometimes they free tricks. Like he don't even, they're not even doing the stuff for money. They have an insatiable, lustful appetite because they've been feeding that demon for so long. They can't help themselves. They on a dopamine high. They crave Jezebel. They crave the Ananas. They crave that demonic, unclean world. Like that's the world. No matter how clean God get him, I seen God give this man everything that he could have prayed for, wrote down, and what he took it and threw it in God's face and went back to the pigsty, because that's where they want in his heart.
Cheryl said, every woman this Joker met was Walmart, Kroger, gas station, liquor store.
Yeah, that's what they like. And they love those work husbands and work wives. They love messing around on the job because it's easy and they can see that person all the time, groom that person on the job, have sex with them on the job, prepare them to take your place. All time you the sad person and don't even know it. They already in a full-blown relationship. And these people love living double lives. They love double lives.
That's every last one of them.
Yes. I mean, full-blown double lives, not no side chick life.
Right.
A double life. They love having two households to go to. And they be having clothes over in somebody else's house, clothes in your house. That's why they can get up and walk away with nothing, because they know what they have over there at that other house that you don't know about.
And they know their intention. They know their intention in that situation. They know when they met you, you just an addition here. Okay. You're not the main. You might be the main, but they're going to always have sides They're going to always have desserts. They're going to always have drinks. They're going to have a little bit of everything. You'll
room board,
never.
companionship, image of normal. Like there's a couple like literally saying like, okay, we're going to do marital counseling. The husband, after a year, the husband prefers, okay, they went through the phone and they seen like, you know, private part pics sent to men from the husband, men pics getting sent to the husband and husband sending men pics back and they meeting up. Well, they want to work this out, right? Because this is a whole toxic thing. This is how this narcissistic stuff is, and this is why they get that kind of supply, that kind of be the forever punching bag, because you know they're trying to rationalize, well, and he just said he liked to do that because it make him feel powerful. But my thing is like, we haven't did anything in a year, but he's going to do this with these guys, but he won't do something with me. That's how twisted this can get, because you're dealing with a whole demonic pool of pit type demons, and they will twist you and they will defile you and they will make you defile yourself into absolute dirt. And just to appease them. I've been there, and they just to appease them because of a delusion or a false fantasy that you have, that you think that they are, because of that beginning. They never was that. Never.
And you know what? That's why when they try to break you with low-hanging fruit, the best revenge is to leave them with that low-hanging fruit. And they got to prance around their family with that ugly face that they had not intended on being with. The family know that's just some little F toy that they with. And they fine with that. But when you leave them with that, and that's what they got to parade around, the whole family laughing at them. They like, man, you left that for that.
The family, listen,
family
y'all.
want to talk about them.
Listen, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I know. Okay, not what I think. Let me tell you what I know. The narc ain't trying to hurry up and run that thing around the family. First of all, that they not trying to hurry up and run that thing. The only way they bringing that thing around the family is when the family literally demanded, when you gonna bring? Ain't you with somebody? Are you with? What's going on with that? They not bringing that around the family, guys. We be sitting there thinking. Man, we be thinking that their relationship was like ours. Man, you be getting the whole thing wrong. And you look at it like that, which is natural, because we be like, well, they had to have something strong, because they done rolled out with this person. So they got to be proud of the person, right? Wrong. See, again, we get in relationships because we're loving people that want relationships. They get in relationships with people because, number one, they the loneliest people in the world. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to be in a relationship, y'all.
Right.
If that's the one thing we haven't talked about yet in all the years we've been here. They don't know how to be in a relationship. They don't know how to go somewhere and do right. Yeah. They don't know how to go somewhere and respect themselves, respect the person they're dealing with. They don't have it in them. I'm telling you, you're dealing with a total fraud, a lie. Right. And you don't see it until it's way, way too late.
And that person might be doing something like, I know for the other one, his image, like they were into marketing, they're young, but they know the internet. So they can build this whole fake falsified profile. But in a narcissist's mind, he feel like if I have a false profile, I'm going to be like TB Joshua. Like that's what he's been telling people. I'm going to be like TB Joshua. Like this is some deluded type of thinking. Like you really feel like you about to go here and deal with these demons, and they not about to kick your butt in front of everybody. Like they ripped off clothes when they tried to do that in the Bible when Paul was around. That's how deluded they are. They feel like I'm gonna go in God's house and I'm about to do me in God's house. I'm gonna manipulate God. I'm gonna manipulate these people because I'm gonna be powerful in this big thing, and this person gonna make me, these profiles, and I'm gonna be like this. That is such a dangerous, deluded mindset that we have to really understand we got rescued out of this stuff.
Man,
Rescued.
you can't prove that to us though. We be sitting there thinking that it's a punishment. Man, listen.
Anybody got a good story about a narcissist? Like, we had a wonderful relationship.
No.
Anybody?
They don't
No.
even have a good story when they come to you. They have 75 crazy exes and they somehow managed to walk out of it sane and a victim. How in the hell is that possible? That's the first red flag. If you got 45 exes and they crazy and you sane, you
they
crazy. You. Right.
Oh man. Well, look here, ladies. We done wrapped it into overtime.
One of them probably took out his teeth. Like, I don't even know. Like,
yes, indeed.
One take your teeth and you did this. Like, dang.
Oh my God.
What y'all leaving these people with this weekend, man? Give them something nutritious, something that they can think about this weekend to help with that rumination that never seems to go away.
Yeah, I was one of those. I want to leave them with, like, I was one of those people who had terrible rumination, and I tried everything. I was like, God, why am I thinking like this? When can I wake up and not think about him? And we had a small child, like 2. So, it's like, now he looked like him, all of those stuff, all those things were happening. And, I tried everything, like the therapy, this and that, and I paid all the money for all the coaches. It was like so crazy because you get so desperate just to be over it. But that was part of the process. I was like, I have to go through this process of pain in order for me to really be healed from childhood stuff. I want to be whole. I don't want to just jump into relationship to relationship because I can get, like, you can go to any relationship and then you'll just be in the same situation. Like, I wanted to be whole. And it's being able to understand that process has to happen. As painful as it was very painful, but the process had to happen for me to really have a relationship with God the way that now I'm thankful for. Because I feel like I had a relationship with God, but it was superficial is what I knew. But when I really kept going, even after the first year, he started really opening up himself to me. And I really started realizing, dang, God, I put so many things before you. And he started showing himself to me more, like just being provider, being this, being everything that I needed, and showing me what love is by taking, really good care of me as a daughter. And so that helped with the rumination. But it's just something that it's just processed depending on how your imagination is. I was a very dissociative type of person. Creative stories. I create all kinds of stories and fantasies in my head about relationships, about conversations I have with the narcissist if I ever seen them again. Like, it was so many different imaginations and thoughts that I would have that I had to really start asking God to help me get control of my thoughts and my imaginations. Because none of that's real. We do that in a relationship. We have a conversation. Oh, when he get here, he might say this, I'm going to say this. Or when they do this, if I walk up on them, I'm going to say this. I'm going to reveal everything to them. All of that, you got to take that captive. And you got to think about something. What are my needs today? Did I drink today? Did I take care of my children today? What did I do for me? Like, even besides the children, because we neglect ourselves. Did I exercise today? What do I think about exercise? Like all of that stuff. Did I do anything towards like a business, or did I shut down? It's like, what am I doing for myself? And what do Keisha need? Like, I was always thinking about everybody else's needs, my patient needs, my family needs, my children's needs, the narc needs. I never thought about what do I need, probably my whole life. So I had to start doing that and not think it's selfish, but know that it's like self-care. Like, I have to take care of myself compassionately, not just my nails done, hair done. I have to nurture myself because I didn't get nurtured with a Jezebel mom. So you don't get the nurturing, but you have to learn how to nurture yourself.
What you got for them? Come
on in here, China. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Our healing starts with that first brick. When you first decide that you want to put a wall up, it starts with that first brick. Don't build that wall. Throw that brick away. That's stress. That's trauma. You're building a wall of trauma as you build that wall. So when you first lay that first brick, toss that brick. Don't build that wall, because you will end up building a new house with old bricks.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's powerful.
Woo. Y'all catch that? Yeah. We'll be rebuilding.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can do the fire thing, because that was...
I'm going to say it like this.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to try to say it like it is. Okay? I'm going to try to say it like it is. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, man, we all want out. We want out of that crazy feeling. We want out of this person, out of my mind. I want my mind back. I want to feel good. I want to feel joy. I just want to be free. It depends on you. It all depends on you. You want to be free. Stop believing the lies. We have gotten to a place where we only believe the lie that this devil is telling us. That's the place we've gotten to. We see the truth and don't believe it. You're sitting right there watching it in real time, and you telling me that the most trifling person you ever met, you ain't never met nobody that trifling in your life. And you telling me that you believe they went somewhere to act right? They went somewhere to act right, to do right, to be right. Oh, it must have been when you meet the right person. That's what it make you do. See how we've been lied to all our life? That's a lie. You meet the right person, you gonna act right. You a lie. What is the right person? Well, they look like this. Y'all seen what the relationship some of these people in because they went with somebody just for how they look?
Yes.
Or what they had? What exactly is that? What does that mean? Ladies, I'm telling y'all this, man. If right was in that person, you would have found it. You hear me? If there was anything good about that trifling joker, you would have found it. If there was any truth in that person, y'all could have saved your relationship. If it's this much truth in that foul, trifling, no good joker, any truth in there, y'all can save your relationship. See, the truth that we come up with is our own truth. Well, I know they mean well. What did they do? What you mean how you know they mean well when they showed you they don't mean you well?
Right.
They have shown you time and time again. You ain't getting nothing but dogged out. Every chance they get, they gonna show you. I'm gonna dog you next time I get you. Whoo, I'm gonna get you. I am gonna dog. When I get you, I'm gonna dog you. And we sitting here again. We've got our mind made up, man. We gonna make it. We gonna make it do what it do. We gonna find something and create something out of this nothing they done handed us. They have shown us they not on our level. They not worthy of being around us. And we still find a way to belittle ourselves just to be with them. Everybody in this chat, man, you belittle yourself to be with a devil. You dumb yourself down. You don't even keep your same manners. You just, I'm going to overlook this person wasn't raised like I was. We got every excuse in the book, man. Yeah. Well, they just don't know better because they grew up in something crazy situation. Who didn't? Guys, that narc got more excuses than a joker going to jail. Y'all know what I wanted to say. They got more excuses, more lies, more deception, because that's all they got. We sitting right here wondering why this joker got a new lie, got a new way of telling a lie, got it always into something. And it's always bad. We don't never even question how somebody we claim to be good is always showing us bad.
Yeah.
And it's always worse than the last time. How you a good person, but every time you take me through something, it's worse than the last time you took me through something? How? How can I still justify and say, no, that's a good person? You can't say it. Well, you can say it because you can say anything, but you can't say it and make it true.
Right.
These people, I know you done heard it a million times before. I know you done heard it a million times before, but these people ain't no good. And when I say no good, what I mean by no good is you have to exclude good from that person's life. They only have excuses for their bad behavior. Well, I'm this way because of this. And that's a lie. That you that way because that's the road you chose. You chose to not walk with God. So therefore, you're no good. And some of us still want to entertain it. Well, God, I know, but the person can learn. They can adapt to you, Lord. Okay. We haven't found one yet. We haven't found one happy person with a narc, with a devil. Not one. And if you think the new person they've captured is the first person that's happy with them, man, you beating yourself up. You lying to yourself. You gaslighting yourself. Nah, man, I think they pretty much happy. How, man? That's what I wanted. I'm gonna let y'all go with this. If y'all think they happy with that new person, man, just let me know. Send me a message. Tell me how they happy with the new person. Tell me how. Tell me how it's possible. Break it to me. Tell me how it's possible that somebody who did you nothing but dirty done went off to do right. Tell me how. And we'll start the conversation right there. Hey, y'all. It was a wonderful night, as usual. I see the rain done started. It's going to be a nice weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, go out this weekend and have a nice time. Everybody. Yeah, go meet you somebody new. Go meet something new. Go do something new. Okay? Don't live your life in a box. Robin Phillips, all I want to say is, thank you so much for that super chat. Everybody, we're going to leave you just like we came in here for this evening. Trying to run to your internet. Trying to be doing magic tricks and whatnot. What are you doing, John? That's that internet. All right, y'all. We're going to leave you just like we came in here with nothing but love, peace, and soul train. See y'all next week, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody. China, what you do, man? What you doing? What you doing? You did something.